but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Cousins to throw it.
Yeah, it's just they're in there loud talking about clothes and shit, so she know everything.
Look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down. Here's Cousins. Open man is Osborne. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins now. This is caught by Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 30 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Great, set.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Gainwell is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. How about this? They'll change it at the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Pushing his way through. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up.
Hey, go on and go about your motherfucking business, bro. You done lost this one. You win some, you lose some, but you just lost this one. This one fucking over. You might as well go about your business, little bro.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Great, set.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Touchdown, Eagles! Quez Watkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Final play of the half, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's down the field for Jefferson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 10.
Lucky 48. Zebra. 300. Hey, can. What's up?
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Here we go, Ho. What's up?
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7. Throwing, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
Crowd left Yeti. Alpha. Hey, let's go. No touch.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really... unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So they're bottom.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Justin Evans. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels. Did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Yellow. What's up?
Cousins on first down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Cousins now. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Great.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Great. Set.
Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth, the flag. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. Pushes past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He gets it to Addison. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Hey, no, easy. Yellow.
They'll run here with Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hey, steamer. Black.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Joseph now to have the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here.
You score one touchdown in the first, one touchdown in the fourth. Well, at least you're a good starter and ender. I got to give it to you. You fucking suck. It's another one in the pack, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
They're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
No touch that. No touch that. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. No touch that.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. Addison hauls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
300.
One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game...
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let us talk about it. Our crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a